Don't look at me, look at that. And a warm welcome back to Adventures of an Old Seadog, where you catch me in Cape Town, South Africa. I'm lifting Shadi out of the water to spruce her up and do a refit to get her in shape for the long push home. Always nervous at a lift out, but this cable is holding 13 tons of my Shadmeister up in the air. So this is fairly scary to watch, I gotta say. Yeah? Freaking scary, man. Freaking scary seeing your house up there. I was worried about that backstay. That mast is real close. And then there was this surreal moment where it looked like the mighty Shadmeister was actually taking off and flying over Table Mountain. My boat flying over Table Mountain. What a shot. I hope it stays flying, well, at least for the next few minutes. Touchdown. And that's always a relief when that keel actually comes on the bearers there. You can see the guys chocking her up before they release the webbing, which is holding the boat up. The job was going to be to check everything underneath the waterline, take off the growth, polish, repaint. That was going to be hot work. I needed something cool. Somebody up there has seen my ice cream. This is Captain. Say hello, Captain. Yeah, there you go. You're on camera. No, you're going to be famous now. Don't worry about it. Yes, I know. Don't be camera shy. Okay, but you don't get my ice cream. No. Well, it's a bright, sparkly morning this morning, and I'm anything but bright and sparkly after the pressures of yesterday. Just the mental anguish and fear of having your boat hauled up in the air on a cable. That's my home, swinging around up there, and just the general hubbub of the day. It all went very well, I've got to say. The guys were brilliant, but it always is a stressful time. Went brilliantly. I'm having my first coffee, and now the work starts. Late start, as I said. I slept in a bit. I needed it. And I'm going to start from the inside of the boat. There's a few rust spots on the inside of the boat. I want to take a look at those before I do the outside hull, just in case anything goes through and needs some surgical repairs, that kind of stuff. I'm hoping that's not going to be the case, but I want to investigate anyway, so I can get a bit violent with the stuff because we're out of the water. Because one of the times I did that, I had popped something and water came in the boat, and it was very embarrassing. Onward. Yep, going to be down there where we start first. Well, I could really do with a gynecologist to do this job, someone who's used to working in small spaces. That's pretty ruthless, isn't it? But it's true. This is hard back breaking, knee breaking. My knees are sore working in these little spaces. But you've got to seek out rust on a metal boat. You've got to keep it down. It's not too bad. Some of the work I've done before, remedial work's actually being very good and held up well. But just checking everything. We've got a long way to go, and I want everything to be right. I'm just too tired to get up. I think I'll just stay the night on this floor. Done playing. This is how South Africans enjoy the evening.
After a braai.
There's a plate of unmentionables over there. Actually tastes good, really nice. They're getting a bit posh these days, South Africans. They're drinking wine, look at that.
Excuse me, we are a brilliant wine producing nation.
I know, but you don't drink the stuff. We export it.
No, we don't. We expect the best. We export the best, but we do drink very, very well. Yes. Ah, Barry, am I going to be on a video?
Oh, yeah, I missed the best bit. I took the camera off it.
Perhaps, maybe not. Paul will die if I appear one.
That's right.
Babe, you're in a video!
I love these guys. They're supporters of the channel and such great friends. They made me feel so welcome. Meanwhile, another friend, John, he's going up the slip. His boat's coming out here. It's a different way of lifting a boat out. It goes on a cradle, then the whole lot goes up a ramp. Before going up the slope, they had to stop and make absolutely sure the boat was attached to the trolley. John's boat is actually a Warrior 40, designed and built in England back in the day. You can see there he has a propeller on a leg, and he was having that replaced. Slightly different system to what I have. Once he was out of the water and all secure and safe, it was back to the mighty Shadmeister, and de-rustification had to take place on a grand scale, including this hole, the first hole I've ever had from rust in a hull. And then it was just onward, onward, onward. Get it done, boy, get it done. I'd got the anchor hanging off the boat, so it was clear from the deck, so I could work on the deck. A boatyard is always a very busy place. They were lowering another boat right next to me. All kinds of stuff going on. This was interesting. They were actually moving a boat using this sort of trolley system with tiny little wheels on the bottom. Yeah, I'm glad that wasn't me. Mind you, that boat would be a lot lighter than mine. Mine's 13 tons. Finally, it's tools away time. It's been quite a day today. Stuff is just all the tools just piled in there because I'm obviously going to use them again in the morning. Literally 2 weeks to finish everything, and then we have to leave the country. And somewhere along the line, I want to see Table Mountain. I want to see something of this beautiful country. I haven't seen anything yet. I've just been on the go, go. Because the visa's only 3 months. It took us 2 months to get here from just on the coast because the weather's been so bad. Usual story there then, isn't it? It started to really blow out there. I've just been to town with John for some dinner. Come back and the wind's picked up and the boat's moving all over the place. I've got some Dyneema rope in the boat. I'm just going to put a few turns around the frame that's holding this up because the boat's only held up by one side. It's open on the other side. The wind is coming that way. It's trying to push us over. Table Mountain. It's looking a bit ominous tonight. Got the frame down this side of the boat, but on the other side it's open to the car park. The friend's boat being lifted down. I don't know how you can squeeze him in there. That's Tin Lizzie. It's a beautiful boat. Aluminium. That's the owner down there, Christoph. Not looking. I totally get that. Sometimes you just don't want to watch. Meanwhile, I've got the grinder out and I'm de-rusting. It's actually not too bad this season. Just a couple of little bits here and there. A few moments later, I just looked up from my work. Tin Lizzie is just like very close. I'm making up a cradle for him. Wish they'd have done that yesterday. No, don't swing that boat. Whoa! This is actually a boat I would love to have. Its rudder and its keel can be lifted. Aluminium or aluminum if you prefer. Steel, like Shaddy, rusts, aluminium fizzes. That he's well jibbed out. Hope he doesn't drop that jib anymore. With another boat, Link 1, that was also in the yard, these two boats, indeed the three boats, had come a long way together. But mine was the only one with rust. My anchor locker is actually a wet locker. It's designed to take in water and then eject it out of the side of the boat. But that means it gets a lot of punishment and needs a lot of attention. I was learning quickly that South Africa is definitely a country full of surprises. I was working on the deck, I looked up and saw this, a vintage steam train just going past, as you do. More of that on the next episode. It's the usual coffee time. Not so much for me to do today, a little easier for me because I'm paying other people to do some of the work today. We're doing anti-fouling. It's the first time I've ever had somebody else do it, but the services are available here, so I'm helping the local economy by hiring some people to do the work. Also, I'm feeling the pain these days. Every year this doesn't get any easier. So I shall busy myself with other things. Still got lots of work for me, but I can't do it while they're doing that. And life is hard on the hard because you can't run the water, you can't use the toilet, all the facilities don't work, and you're going up and down ladders and things, so I can't wait to get back in the water again. So this is going to be a big step today. Sounds like a couple of angry bees. Got some angry bees under the boat. The noise is just nasty. So I'm going to go out with my friend John and we'll just get out off the boat for a while. Lead the boys to it. Like San Francisco, Cape Town is one of those rare walking cities. You can walk around the city centre safely and there's always something to see out there. Cable mounted right there. Came across this boat. If anybody ever wants to buy me anything for one of my birthdays, this'll be it, okay? Girl I just bumped into, minus his girls for once. Bumped into my friend Gerard. Last time I saw him, he was on Christmas Island with the Halfway Girls. Around the world, looking for love. Unfortunately, they went with him today, but it was good to see him. Nelson Mandela is synonymous with South Africa, and there are tributes to him everywhere. As you know, I like random things, and this is as random as it gets. This is a dog adoption thing that we found. I didn't quite understand it. I think you leave your name and you pick a dog, and if they like you, you can have the dog. It's something like that. It's a good idea, a good way to deal with strays. Looks like these two have just met. I love you, sweet dot. Come here.
Go away.
Lifting Tin Lizzie this morning. It was getting to that stage that we were all completing our jobs and going back into the water again. I still had time on shore, I still had more work to do, but Christoph here and his boat Tin Lizzie, they were back in the water. A few weeks back, Christoph had helped me by going up my mast to do some work for me, because as you probably know, I hate heights. And so I was quite happy to help him get his boat back on the berth. It's easier with two of you, especially in a crowded marina. After a few more little jobs on the boat, it was my turn. Here we go. She's dirtier than she's ever been. I'll tie the rope. Here you go. If I run away, what happens? This is, you've got to sign this, apparently, so if they drop the boat, I'm fault. Where do you want me to sign? Right there. Hit it with another one. Oh, okay. I got that on video. It's a hive of activity. Normally it's quiet. This is where the nerves kick in. When the boat is getting ready to be lifted, you're out of control as the skipper. The guys take over, they're professional, they've done the job hundreds of times, so you just have to stand clear. This is the bit where they take up the load on the boat, and you'll see everybody scatter, including me, because if something goes wrong at this point, the boat is not supported, it's in the strops alone. And so as that load comes on, everybody gets out of the way. If you listen now, you'll hear the strops working as they take on 13 tons of load. One thing about being in a boatyard is there's always a laugh to be had. It's a great atmosphere. Must have been made in South Africa. It's Uncle John there. Your phone matches your t-shirt.
What's happening today, Barry?
Well, my boat's getting lifted. Here we go. That noise you can hear is the crane. It's electric. Hi, Shadi. As soon as she was free from the cradle, we stopped the lift momentarily so Joseph could get in and paint the bits that we couldn't get to while she was in the cradle. I want to say thank you to Joseph and his team for doing a really, really good job on the boat. Thank you. All the guys are down putting John in the water. He's on the slip up there, so I've lost my crew. And on the way, the boat's just hanging here. Hanging. After an hour, the patches that we'd painted had dried, so we continued the lift, and the Shadmeister was flying once again. Another old Seadog here.
Looks good.
Yeah. All that dirt came down last night from the deck. The deck's filthy, and it rained, and that's all those streaks.
But that's easy peasy.
Well, I'll have to use some thinners on it.
The rest looks very nice. That crane's bending a bit, don't you?
Is it? Oh, don't do that. He's reaching out. I'm glad that it's actually attached to the ground. This is the bit on YouTube where they fall into the harbour. Yeah, somebody trying to wind me up there. Thought I'd go and see how John was doing. You're going to check down below, see if the seals are good?
I'll do that. Is the sail drive in the water?
Yes. At last, Shadi was back in the water. Robert from the Ocean Cruising Club came down to help me with the ropes. And the guy just getting on board there is the Marina manager here at the Royal Cape Yacht Club. That's Jake's. I'd like to thank him and his team for looking after me and doing an awesome job. Oh, and thanks to Jake's his wife for giving me some rusks for the trip. Thank you. Every time you put a boat back in the water, you have to go below and check to see if there's any leaks. There's a skin fitting there, and there's a valve coming through here, and I did actually find water in the bilge. After the initial thought that the boat might be sinking, I traced it down to a spillage. You can hear that sound. That's wind, a lot of wind. And I'm happy that I'm not on the hard where I was, and I'm in the marina, tied up to the dock, safe and sound. Oh. That's about 35, 40 knots coming through. I just had a barbecue with some friends, and it's all good. But boy, oh boy, is that wind blowing. So I'm looking forward to snuggling up in my bunk tonight and listen to that sound. I'm glad I'm here. And all is good. Time for bed. Did a fuel run today by car, got myself 3 of these containers full, that's extra 60 litres. Been using these as quick shots to fill up my day tank, transferred from the jerry cans into these, 4 of them, that makes 20 litres. Thanks to Hugh, it's one of the guys who's local here, but I met him down the way. He's been selling his boat up here to home. He took us out in the car, me and some other friends, to get this stuff done today. It's cold, it's actually quite cold. I've got shoes on all day today. It's very cold, well, cold for me. And I'm looking at this greyness and this coldness and the clouds everywhere, and I'm thinking, am I making the right decision going back up to Europe? Am I really, should I really be going back to England? Yeah. I haven't felt, it's not cold, it's just chilly, you know, it's damp and chilly. It's sort of very Englishy weather. That's why I'm thinking about why would I want to go back to England? Well, hopefully when I get there, it's going to be summer. But you know what the English summers are like. But nevertheless, that's the mission. Get north. This year. Do it now! Well, that should be full of water. It's only got that much left in it, and it's covered in yuck. Because in all the rough weather that I had, I think it came out the top because there's no hole in it, and it went into the bilge. Can you see that? Oh man, that's just gross. That's full of water in there. This could well explain the nasty smell I've had in the boat for the last few weeks. Oh my god. I've got other things to do. I need not be doing this. So now this is going to take an hour or 2 to clean this lot up, which means the next job's not going to get done, which is a water pump problem. Problem with my water. It's in the wrong place. Shouldn't be in there. Got it all out. All 3 sections were pretty much flooded. Yeah, it's a big mess, but I've got to let it dry now before I can do any more. That's the colour of the water came out. That's the second bucket full, twice that amount. These are water containers that I had stored down there. Some of them are half empty. I think I'm just going to throw them all away. That's drinking water in there. It's only the outside that's damaged. But it's just yuck, and that's only got that much in. So where's the rest of it gone? Well, in the bilge, obviously. Everything is yuck, including my hands, which are absolutely disgusting. Unfortunately, I can't wash them because the water's off, because the pump's leaking. Yeah, that thing in there. That was my original job before I found that was full of water. It's typical boat. This is just what happens. You're trying to do some work and then something else pops up. There's nothing to be done except get the job done, if you see what I mean. But it's just very frustrating. So I haven't even got to the main problem yet. Okay, I'm going to leave this open now to dry, and then we'll see what's to be done. It's always nice to have a friend that has local knowledge and the car. Robert took me into town and we found what I needed, a new pump. Removing the old water pump, there are no identification marks on it. I have not a clue what make it is, so I couldn't order another one. Haven't the time anyway, so I went shopping. I got myself this little fella here. It's been recommended to me by a mechanic, so we'll try that. Also a new pump for the loo and some paint. This is not a plug for this product. It's more of a bitch, actually. I've been reading the instructions, as you do when you can't figure. Well, I can figure out how to do it, but nowhere in the instructions does it tell you which is the in and which is the out. There's a hose will go on there and a hose go on there, and it doesn't say anywhere in the paperwork or anywhere on the unit which is the in and which is the out. It's my mission these days to seek out stupid people. This is very stupid and stupid. Just, come on. No, really? So how am I supposed to find out? I've got to test it before I put it in, have I? Yeah, seems so. Guys, put it in the instructions. The most important thing, which is in and which is out. Thank you. So I had to get a battery, hump it across the boat, and make up a test rig, just to find out which way round the pump turned. So after a lot of
messing around. We finally got it installed. It's a temporary installation. I'm going to make that a bit better than it is, but I need to test it. Let's see if it works right.
Okay, big boy.
Okay, so that's the rig. We're all set. Let's see what happens. Whoa, makes a different sound to the other one. No smoke, no water.
Or do we have water here?
No, not yet. Oh yeah, it's coming.
We got water on the boat.
Just try that. Yeah.
Yes.
As usual, use a bright, shiny light. And if there's any smoke, you'll see it. That looks good. And as I said, I'm going to clean all that wiring up. I know you'll say something about it. But don't.
So after a lot of hard work, all is well. Shadi is back in the water, all in one piece. Everything's working. Time for a celebration. People have been asking me for longer videos, so I made this a little bit longer. Tell me what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please check out my other channel, Barry Seadog Perrins, where you can listen or buy the download of my single, Halfway. A huge thank you to my wonderful, wonderful patrons for your amazing support over the years. Thank you so very, very much. Find out what I'm doing in real time here. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.